Hi, I'm Kathy Mills from Short Film Edits, and I'm here with Nikki Leigh for an interview today. How are you?
Hi, I'm super. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Could we start this with you telling us a little bit about you?
Oh, wow. Wouldn't even know where to begin. Sh Sure. I have been an actress for, oh my gosh, close to 15 years now. I started in the traditional film and television and have moved into the vertical space. Here is where I'm really able to get creative and have a blast and meet new people, which has been really super fun, and I'm so grateful for it. Um, and I'm just a big nerd in the health space, and
Mhm.
I love to travel and long walks on the beach and my dating profile. I'm just kidding. I'm not the best at like talking about myself to be truly honest. So it's more of like, oh my, ask me a question because otherwise I don't know where to dive into.
Done. I can do that.
Yeah.
Okay, what inspired you to start acting?
Oh, great question. The biggest inspiration I got was I had a modeling career. I have a modeling career, but I started modeling in the entertainment industry, and from there I got a cameo in a movie, and the inspiration struck because of this cameo. I was on set. I was just a day player. I was absolutely enthralled with like the with just the people coming together as a family for one purpose to create this movie and how everyone had a part. And I just loved the partnership and the connection. And I was like, I don't want to leave. Like, I want to be here every single day with everyone. Everyone was so awesome. And I just loved the common mind that everyone was having. And it just, I don't know, it just spoke to my soul for sure. And so I was like, I need to do this full time. And I need to do that. Like, I need to be the lead. I need to be here every single day. So that is what really inspired me to then just ask questions of like, I asked my modeling agent, like, how do I get into acting more? And crazily enough, my degree in college was in psychology. So crazy that I felt I could really use that psych degree to dive into each character that I get to create or just to understand them. So it's interesting that I get to use my college degree in entertainment when I didn't go to school for, you know, like theater or any of that. I wasn't like that. So the real inspiration was this one set one day just being able to share with me how it can all be and how we can all work together, and that's really just like how we all work together. Because sometimes in this world, we're so individualistic, which is great. And I champion all of that. But I love when I can see like a family or something come together.
That's the one thing about the vertical space I love is it's all just one big family. Like
Hmm.
everybody's so good, and it takes one thing to change your life sometimes, which is great.
Oh, yes. It's wonderful.
Yeah, yeah. Okay,
Hmm.
so you've had a diverse career from like acting to hosting to building online presence, like a big presence. What space do you feel most grounded in creatively?
Oh, wow. That's a great question. I'm like going back and forth between acting and hosting.
Mhm.
Just because in my hosting space, like I love I've done it in different ways. One where I've interviewed, you know, celebrities and things like that. I've done things on the red carpet of like the ESPYs and like things like that, to where I loved being able to make the other person comfortable
Mm.
because they're always so you know, they're always surrounded by just big bright lights and everyone shouting their name. And it's just like I want them to feel comfortable. So connection is very important to me. And also within the hosting space, now I get to be more involved in health. So, which is a passion of mine through and through. And so I feel hosting really gets me to get grounded and connected with others and also myself. And then like also acting because I get to use a degree that I passionately chose. So that also just kind of brings me back to my center. So kind of a balance of both, if that's
Mhm.
a possible
That's
answer.
good. It's good when you love everything that you do. So
Yes.
I like that. I like that. Okay. You've worked across TV, movies, indie projects. How does your process shift between these mediums?
I feel like the process is generally the same. However, it really depends on the time I get. So in the vertical space, I'm sure everyone has heard it's very, very fast paced. So you kind of got to maybe shorten the process or not be too attached to some of the process that you have. So it really depends on the time allotted.
Mhm. Yeah, that would make a big difference.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So you got skills in stunt driving and weapons training. Do you see
hmm
these tools for booking roles, or do you see them helping shape your characters?
I feel like everything shapes character.
Hmm.
It's just you will uniquely react to somebody based on different skills that you might have, whether that be awareness or, just mostly awareness. But yeah, I definitely I love being able to put all these different skills like to the test. So I definitely want to play to those strengths. We just
Mm,
got to find the right role, right?
absolutely, absolutely. What inspired those training decisions?
I think some might say that I'm like an adrenaline junkie, and I'm also the type to say yes to like anything. Like I'm like I want to do this. I want to try this. I really love trying new things. So I that's how I've done like any stunt driving or gun handling or anything like that because I also have been in some action movies and they're like, "Well, do you want like a stunt double?" And I'm like, "Well, I would love to have one on standby, but I would
Mm,
love to try this out." So I've been able to get training from so many different people and so many different with so many different specialties. So it's really been just my desire to learn.
yeah. And I know that stunts, everybody loves doing stunts. Like a lot of people, not everybody, a lot of people love doing
Yeah.
stunts. So it's really cool when you've got the opportunity to do your own. So,
Oh my God, it's the best. If you're able to get any sort of training, it's kind of, especially because I've been able to do it through movies and things like that, that have been a bit more with the budget to have these incredible stunt trainers. And it's so amazing to be able to tap into like what they're really good at and then just get taught and not
yeah,
worry about, not, you don't have to worry about anything because you feel like you're in good hands.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
The trust is there.
Right? Yeah. And it's the and honestly, depending obviously on the budget or whatever, like they're paying for you to get training in such cool things that like normally maybe you wouldn't do. So
Even
I
better.
feel like that's even better.
Even
Exactly.
better. I love that.
Yeah.
All right. Um, what tells you you've gone too far or not enough in a scene?
Ooh. I feel like the answer might it can be two different things. It can either be your scene partner
Mhm.
having a different reaction than you might have expected, or honestly the director saying don't do that or do more or do less.
Yeah. 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 I know that sometimes they cut you off halfway through a scene, and sometimes that can throw off everything for momentum into the next one.
This is true. This is very true. I mean, any it depends on how fast they want to go, especially because we're talking about in the vertical space and they just want to kind of move. And sometimes it doesn't allow for that, the blossoming of creativity or, maybe being able to take so many takes because you're just like opening up each time. They really just kind of want to get the point across or get it done and move on. So it really, and that's not every director works that way. However, we are all aware in the space that we need to move because we have great. I'm sure you said you've done so many interviews that you've heard that they just move super quickly. So, or we
They
have like
do.
20-page days to, or 20 pages in a day to like get this done, and which is absolutely bonkers, but somehow we pull it off. And it is because we're all very time management. And so,
Yeah.
yeah, it sometimes doesn't allow the creativity to really completely be there or be the best that it could be, but that's just the
Yeah,
name of the game right now.
it is. I mean, I've
Mhm.
spoken to a director too, and she likes for people to come in and do their take first off, and then
Mm,
after they finish that, she'll navigate it from there, which I love.
I think that's wonderful.
Yeah, yeah. Not, I know that sometimes you don't always get that chance, and some people prefer direction straight from the start, so they know where they're
True.
going. So
That's
it
true.
works both
That's
ways.
true. Hmm.
Yeah. All right. What's your approach to subtext when it isn't clearly supported on the page?
Mm. I just try and think about like what is my character thinking.
Hmm.
I
Yeah,
really just try and understand, and I want to know in the scene, like where am I starting, where am I going? So
yeah,
it's really just about finding that sweet spot of, okay, I know where I am beginning or the emotion that I'm starting with or where I just came from, and then where am I going? And what is with this dialogue, what what subtext is driving each of these lines?
yeah. Because I know sometimes it isn't, especially when you're jumping from scene to different scene, it can get confusing.
Oh, for sure. Well, again, going kind of back to what's your process or and how much time do you have? Like
Mm.
no matter what, I have seen that I write a lot. I love notes. I love sticky notes. I love highlighters. I love the whole study. I love school. So like I and to learn. So in all of my scripts, I know exactly where, like I've written down where I'm going, where I'm coming from. So it's on my script. And so when we are jumping around all day, or we do get, a call sheet. So we know the scenes that we're doing. So I do a lot of prep work in terms of writing down and making sure I really know, mostly in sequence of like what the call sheet says, what scenes we're doing. I'm kind of writing down already like what I'm doing or where I should be at in this because exactly we just kind of jump around all the time and it just helps me kind of stay grounded in it because you can get so just wrapped up in the changing costume or rushing to here and I want to be able to bring some level of groundedness to each scene so that I feel is where the prep work kind of happens.
Yeah. Do you think your side notes help with the continuity of from start to finish?
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, definitely. And also it just allows me also to go back. Like let's say whether we do like a pickup scene or whether, we're doing something like that, I I keep everything until we're done. And so I know and with all the prep and writing that I've done, when I write it down, I seem to really remember things better. So
Hmm.
I'm able to kind of get myself back into that more mentally so that
Yeah.
yes I can understand like where I'm going or even like just what I'm wearing. I'm very very aware on set. I'm like kind of to a fault. I'm very aware where I'm like I just got a compliment. Actually, this was like the best compliment ever from my DP and of the last one I just did. I was in Atlanta and he goes at the wrap, he was like, I have never seen someone so aware of each department. And
Love
so,
that.
like, I help everyone as much as I can because we all need help, you know?
Oh yeah.
And so, especially because we have all these like quick turnarounds or sometimes just you don't think about something or maybe something else is on your mind or maybe somebody's having a personal day or something and it's like every part of awareness really helps or counts. So I'm constantly with wardrobe I'm like no I had this on and I was doing this and this was tucked here and like I just try and
Hmm.
be as present and aware of absolutely everything, which is kind of overkill sometimes, but absolutely everything as much as I can.
Hey, I'm sure they appreciate that more than anything. So
Yeah,
yeah, I think it's really important on set, and I know that not everybody has can do this, but I think it's really important to have an understanding of everybody's job on set.
totally.
Yeah.
Totally. I always ask every set that I'm on, I'm I always want to learn something from each department every time. So, and that has stemmed from when I started acting back in the day. So I legitimately get to know everybody. I thank everybody. I just want everyone to be feeling comfortable. If anyone needs help from me, I'm like, hey, you just let me know. But yes, I want to understand what other people are going through because and just what to be aware of for them in case they need it. I'm not over here trying to step on any toes, but I definitely want to help out where I might see something missed or even just like learn because I love to learn, like I keep saying.
Mm,
So it's just one of the things that I treasure about being on sets.
that's so good. That's so good. Is there a part on set that really interests you other than acting?
Um, I mean, directing.
Hmm.
Directing it, yeah. Directing and also honestly, like being the DP, like at the camera. I'm always asking like about which lens are we on or what does that look like or can I see this? And like I love the visual of it. And it's
Mm.
unfortunate that I can't see it at the same time. So I have to always go up to someone else and just be like, "Hey, can I see that?" Or because also it helps me understand what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So, again, awareness is just a big part of the game. Just really, and when you're able to be blessed with a visual, then you can turn or do you can make the littlest adjustments that you might not have understood being on the outside of the camera.
Yes, absolutely. It's always good when you can get that reflection.
Totally.
Yeah, excellent. Okay.
Mhm.
Um, have you ever had a director unlock something in you that you didn't know you had?
Damn, that's a good question. Yes, I'm sure. Yes.
Yeah.
Um, and whether it's really interesting, but whether that be like emotional, I know that has definitely happened. But also just having conversations.
Hmm.
Like I've been able to dive deeper into different characters or differently into different characters because of the conversations that I'm having with the director. Like if a director really I don't want to say cares, but cares to take the time with their actors, then there's like a whole other world that can get unlocked because you have two brains working. So it just allows you, and it allows you to have choices. And depending on where the scene, what happened in the scene before, or what the scene is going to happen, or what's going to happen in the scene after, it allows you to kind of make the best choice in between the more conversations you have.
Yeah. And I guess that would change for everybody as well because there are so many different styles how directors work and so
Hmm.
many actors that work better with certain directors. Some
100%.
people like the just, I'm going to do my own thing. The director knows what I'm doing. They're fine. And some people love the discussions. Um,
Yep.
so,
Yep, I have seen actors do all sorts of things, whether it be just very in their own space and they want to do it the way that they want to do it. I've
mm,
had others that just want to that always just ask for direction
yeah,
or, it's interesting when people don't want to take any direction. Like I've had some co-stars that I've watched just like not take the direction. Like they're just like, I want to do what I want to do with this character because I built this character and they just do it. And I don't know. I'm a collaborator. Like I like to collaborate. So
yeah,
I'm like, and I can't see it. Like, the director and on verticals it is a little bit different because the director doesn't really have the editing power. At least I
yeah,
haven't witnessed that yet. So there is a little bit of a difference to where like yes they see the overall picture and they should still direct it because of what they're visually seeing, but they don't get the edit exactly.
yeah.
So so it can really change, everything can be changed because of that. So yeah.
I believe in acting, especially in verticals, you have to learn to be adjustable. You can't just go in going, this is how I'm going to do it.
You do.
You
Yeah.
have to be adjustable because your vision may not fit the entire story.
100%.
Mm,
100%. And also there are some vertical sets where you have the client there.
yeah,
And the client is, it's kind of what the client wants. So,
yeah,
which is also a new thing for a lot of actors like in this space or moving into this space. just to have like somebody there kind of telling you exactly how they want it.
Hmm.
And so it can step on the creative toes. It can step on, all these things where you're like, okay, well, I guess that's the vision that it's going to be. It doesn't
Yeah.
necessarily have to be created in the editing room floor. They already have a narrative or a vision, and that's what you're sticking to. So, yeah.
Yeah. It's always nice when the client allows some freedom.
Oh, yes, of course. Because we're all there just trying to have, like, flex that creative muscle. So it's always nice to be able to do that.
Yes. Yes, I
Hmm.
agree. All right. How do you balance respecting the director's vision while protecting your instincts?
Mm. I, huh. I love to have the conversation. Like, I feel like if nobody knows what we want, like if I don't voice what I want, or the director doesn't voice what he or she wants, then it's like, I we can't come to an understanding. So definitely having the conversation. And I've been able to even witness some people, um, really feeling strongly about something in their character, and just explain it. And that's really kind of all you got to do, is just really explain why, what drives that, where's the narrative, maybe how is it attaching to another part of that character in the story, so then it holds more like connection, or there's a more of an understanding. But I think just literally voicing, being, if you really have a strong position and that's the character you built up, I think you should definitely voice it. I think just having the conversation, and you just hope that it will be received.
Yeah.
And then who knows? You could like meet in the middle on something, like, okay, that makes sense, but this part doesn't. And how about this way? And just being open. And as you said before, just being flexible. So
Yeah.
everybody being able to share their position, but everyone also have an open mind of, what's going to be best for the story.
Yeah, because they can both complement each other if they're given the chance.
Oh, 100%. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. What makes you feel proud of a scene beyond just your performance?
Being two things.
Mhm.
One thing is connection. Like if you really have a great connection and it exudes, like everyone can feel it. That's really amazing. And then I love a good visual.
Mhm.
Like, and that can be so many things. That could be just like, oh, the angles were so beautiful here, or the lighting was amazing
Lighting.
here, or the DP did something super cinematic, and wow, that just turned out stunning because you got to see it in the playback, or something. That I think those are like my favorites for sure.
Yeah. I think camera shots and lighting are huge
Oh, they're
in the
huge.
way a scene comes. Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
because it draws the watcher in.
mm,
And if a watcher thinks, like, I know I've seen scenes out there that I just thought were absolutely beautiful, and it could have not been the best scene out there, but because the visual and the lighting and just the way it made me feel sometimes,
mhm.
that becomes like my favorite scene, even though maybe the acting might not be the best, but it's like, oh my God, but I was just so captivated, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I've been watching Heated Rivalry. Everybody's been watching Heated Rivalry. But the lighting and the cinematic shots in that show are some of the best I've ever seen.
Hmm. See, and yeah, and sometimes people don't even know what makes them like so interested in a scene, and
Mm.
it's just simply like the lighting,
Yep.
you
So
know?
important. Yeah.
Yeah, it really is. It really is.
That's why everybody on set plays a huge part in each other's roles. So,
Yes,
yeah.
definitely.
Okay. Um, do you rehearse to lock in choices or to eliminate them and stay open on the day?
Ooh. Again, depends on time. Everything, like really, time is time is everything. But And it depends on the role. Sometimes I like to like say it different ways, and then whatever really strikes me, then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try that one. Like in my rehearsal time. Um, but a lot of the time, I, due to time or lack thereof, I like to just really understand the character. Like I really want to understand deeply the character. I want to feel her. I want to like, I just want to really understand her thoughts. And from there, I kind of just let it flow when I have my scene partner because you don't know what they're going to do. So one of the best things about acting is reacting, is how you react, but it's through listening. So I really want to take in my scene partner, but stay true to my thoughts and my presence. So I like to just allow that to kind of unfold. If we have time and the co-star or whatever wants to run things with me and then you can kind of find it together, I've been able to do that, which has been really fun. That's great. But other than that, I just try and stay grounded and present in my character and her essence, and I allow it to just collaborate with whoever my scene partner is.
Has your scene partner ever given you something that has like completely thrown you off?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. The thing that I'm thinking about, the time that I'm thinking about was just, I feel like he was doing it to get a rise out of me. So it
Okay.
really just kind of like, I was like, what? What's happening? But yes, those are always fun. You always want to be able to have a good time with like the person that you're spending so many hours with, right?
It's very important to have that fun on set. Otherwise, it's just work and it's draining. You need to have that fun. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Especially in verticals where it's so fast paced and you just need to bring a little bit of light in to just keep going.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
yeah. All right. How aware are you of framing when performing, and does that awareness ever shape your choices?
Oh, yes and yes. I'm always asking, like I said, like what's our framing? What lens are we on? Like, is it a two shot? Is it a single shot? Like I ask these questions. And yeah, it totally depends. It definitely shapes how I show up in um in that scene or that moment, and also like kind of how big or small I need to play it.
Yes,
Because you don't want to be
that makes
like,
sense.
depending, I don't know, I mean, depending on the project, but like up close, like you want to have a little more stillness.
Mhm.
And when you're a little further back, then you have a little bit more room to move or to feel like you can draw the person in.
Yes, yes, like especially with like theatre where you can go all out big compared
Hmm.
to, especially with verticals, the frame is a lot smaller and you have to stay. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot smaller. Yeah, you don't want to get totally out of frame for sure.
Was that a big adjustment, do you think?
Um, Not a big adjustment, just because I just chalk it up to just being aware.
Yeah.
Um, but but to understand it, I had to adjust in the understanding
Mm. Yeah.
because
A lot of people
I
got that.
wasn't, yeah, like I just would ask, oh, can I see that in a playback? And thankfully I've been able to. And
Mm.
so just being able to see the framing or be like, oh, okay, I totally see that we're not even seeing this or we're not even, so it makes me just feel more comfortable in what we're doing.
Yeah. I love how you said awareness because it's so good to actually, like you said, I'm just thinking about it since you've said it, and just to be aware of everything on set must be so much easier for you to get through the day.
It does. Yes, it definitely helps. It also passes time
Hmm.
because
Yes.
your mind's constantly working. So yes, it definitely allows you to show up more. You're more prepared in other ways.
Yeah, of course. Okay, so how
Mhm.
do you make similar roles feel unique?
Mm, yes. Honestly, because I allowed my co-star to, really influence me or how like I'll react to them, that allows me to bring a little difference to each character if it's, kind of the same role. Um, and also just like, you're in new wardrobe, you're in new makeup, like you have a different presence. So, really allowing yourself to live in that, I think brings something different naturally.
Yeah, I've heard that wardrobe plays a massive part in that. So,
Totally. Yeah.
yeah, that's
Because
so
that's what
good.
other people are seeing.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. And I can see that, like, if you're in like a suit or something, your posture could just be different as if you were in casual clothing. And
Yes.
yeah, makes a big part. All right.
Hmm.
Have you ever had to adjust your process to match energy or limitations on set?
Yes, of course. I mean, just from going from the traditional world to the vertical world,
Mm,
that has been that's been huge. I mean, it's been very different. So yeah, definitely.
yeah. What's the biggest adjustment you've had to make so far?
Um, hmm. I mean, honestly, for me, the biggest adjustment has really been about uh being comfortable with the lack of whether it be preparation or time allowed for the preparation. I think that has been because I am just like, oh my God, I'd worry, worry, worry about like, making sure that I did every line correctly or like, especially when I first started, like I would just kind of worry about being prepared.
Mm,
And now that I've done five, which is nice, I understand a little bit more of the timing of the cadence, like what really matters, what to focus on, and what I don't need to worry about. And so I feel like just, yeah, that has been the biggest adjustment for me. And actually, it's been a great self growth because
mm,
now I'm not worried all the time. I used to be so paranoid about like, okay, I want to do a great job. I want to do it right. And that's been something like mentally for me, like I was in this like right and wrong, and
mm.
I'm like, that's not flexible. That's not giving yourself grace, which I've learned like that's been a huge thing for me. Just like giving yourself grace. And I feel not I feel like having the challenge of less time to prepare or just the amount of hours we're constantly going to like we're going on, it can be exhausting and you have to get through it. So you have to start to understand what is really truly important and what you can leave, what you can leave and not worry about. So I feel that has been like my absolute biggest adjustment.
Yeah, I feel that. I'm a big overthinker. So
Hmm.
if I go into something last minute, I feel better than if I'm like fully prepared or like, been sitting on it for a while and then been pondering over it for a while. And then if I go in, I'm like, "Hmm." But if I do things last minute, it's not as
You're
bad
just
for
like, I'm
me.
thrown in it. I'm good. I'm doing it. Like, I just have to
Kind
do it.
of.
I got through it, right?
Yeah. And you may like go in making a few different choices than you would if you had prepared, but it is what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. You understand the circumstance. You're like, I couldn't have done anything different, or I had no other time. And you just kind of, okay, I have to focus. What are we doing?
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
love that. I do love that now. I did not like that before.
I love that you've learned that, and then you could go into something else and go, okay, I've got this skill now.
Hmm.
I'm going by this now. You know,
Hmm. Hmm.
I always say, if you can do a vertical, you can do anything.
It has definitely been seemingly that way for sure.
Yeah, I love that. That it gives you both film industries complement each other in certain ways. Like you can learn a lot from being on slow pace sets in like the bigger, productions than going to a vertical where you wouldn't even think about that even happening on one of those sets, but it really works. So
Somehow.
Yep. And it's great.
It's just crazy how many people have reacted to this space.
It's growing. Yeah, it's really growing.
It is good for
Yeah.
everyone, honestly.
Yeah. I only found verticals the start of last year. Um,
Mm.
so I know they were around a little bit before that, but
Hmm.
they've become my life now. So
Yeah, clearly, which is
yeah.
great. Good for you. Way to find your
Thank
space.
you.
I think that's wonderful.
Yes, it took me a while. I started doing editing, photo editing, because that was my passion to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
And then I found this and now I love it. So
Good.
thank you. All right. Do you have a shape of a performance specifically for how you think it will cut?
Oh, I'm sure. Um, Especially again, if you're able to have the conversation with the director and or which because I like to talk to everyone, there are people on set kind of doing the editing and dailies from the day before or even that
Mm.
day. Like it's wild how fast everyone's doing their job. So I have literally sat and talked to those editors and really understood more of like what they're doing. And so maybe I had a conversation with one of those editors and they were like, "Oh, we decided to do this one. I saw your takes and we like went with this." Or just some little insight. And that has been able to be like, "Okay, well, if they're going to see that part of that character, then maybe this might make more sense to do."
You can take it into like future performances going, okay, that's more what they're looking for.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
again, more awareness of different things.
Yes. No, I do love that. Okay. How do you keep a performance alive when you're repeating the same emotional beat across multiple takes?
Oh my God, we talk about this all the time. Like we're saying the same thing. Oh my God. It gets so wild. And at that point, sometimes I just go, I don't know. Like, I mean, how else do you want? What do you want from me? Because honestly, sometimes you do a reaction and or maybe you're building this reaction, but sometimes in the editing floor, they literally take like not that moment.
Hmm.
So I'm like, so sometimes I'm just like, I'm just gonna do with what I'm feeling right now in that moment, and the fact that maybe it's elevated now or something. But tr truly, you can act a certain way and like have certain reactions, and they literally will not put that timelined reaction in that space. So
Yeah.
I'm just at the same time, I just go, you good luck, editors, or I'm just going to
Hmm.
keep trying. I'm just going to keep trying to feel that reaction for sure. And sometimes if you have an actor that might change something up each take.
Mm.
I mean, the possibilities, they're crazy and they're endless. So it's like maybe somebody elevated something for a second and then it gives you
Mhm.
something to react differently about, or maybe the director says something and it allows you to have a different reaction because there's a direction or something different happened.
Yes, absolutely. And there's been so many times, well, not so many times, but there's been a few times where I've been told that, this is going to be so good because this reaction was amazing. And, it's going to be so good because we did this. And then it comes out and they're like, oh, they didn't use it.
Where was it? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So
Yeah.
it's so crazy that you can act your ass off and like maybe it doesn't even look like it or something because of the way that they edited it.
Yeah.
Like it's so wild when you don't have any kind of creative control. It just becomes the wild, wild west sometimes.
Yeah. It's all about trust.
Oh, yes, definitely. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely.
What are some challenges you face on set that others outside the field may not recognize?
I mean, outside of the field, I don't think people can really wrap their head around the timing.
Mm.
Like truly, I think it is such I think like I've had a set where I was literally working, we went in overtime like multiple days and it was 14-hour days, and then our turnaround was like 9 hours. And it's like, you don't, it's so hard to even understand like the lack of sleep, which
Mm,
then can reflect in so many things, right? Like it can be a domino effect. Some might pull it out as a superpower. So it's just there's so many variables and things that go wrong on the day or right on the day, or something is a lot more focused on in this section than that section. Like there's just so many variables that I feel like people not in this field wouldn't really be able to understand. Because you think
mm,
about a lot of these people who watch, I'm assuming 9 to 5 or work, or have an environment that's already created and they know what they're going into each time, and that's not the case for
yeah,
this for the vertical world. That is not the case, and you just don't, you never know what the obstacle is going to be.
yeah, yeah. And sometimes they can be big. Weather being a big one. Yeah.
Weather could totally, I mean, it could be, yeah, natural disasters or something. You just never know, but you got to figure it out. And it's like
Hmm.
the creative solutions that I have seen throughout my life. I'm just ah, like hats off to you. Like, wow.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, I
it's
love that.
really, yeah, it really has you flex that creative solution for sure. It's wild.
That's so good. Okay, if you could acquire one skill set from any actor you've worked with, what would it be?
Mm. Mm. I would either it would I don't know. I think it would be, I love learning people's process or asking them about it. So if I have somebody like really able to like memorize something because they got a skill on it or something, I'm like, oh my God, feed that to me. I want to learn that for sure. So it would probably be in the process realm. Um, However, something you kind of can't be taught, but is a great thing, is presence.
Yes.
So if I could really understand maybe like what allows somebody to have a certain presence, I think that would be like a real gem,
Yeah. Do you think that
you
would
know?
just come with experience rather than being taught?
I definitely think experience could be a part of it. I think some people just have it. I
Yeah.
think sometimes it's just a natural thing, which and you can alter your presence, you can have a presence that's very helpful. You can have a presence that's just kind of to themselves, or you can have like someone could be there and just be a shining light and everyone's like, what is it about that person? It's like everyone
Mm.
has a different presence, which makes us all unique and beautiful. And I think getting to know somebody, especially if there's like an actor out there that you really truly admire, getting to know them more and understand kind of like what makes them tick, kind of like what's their psychology about them, then that is just, I feel like learning those little nuances or something could be really helpful and or just really shape the way that you show up.
Yeah. I love that. I think that's great. Yeah, I love that. Okay. Is there anything you want anyone to know about you or your work?
Um, know about me or my work. That I just always want everyone to have a good time.
Yeah.
Like I really do. And I feel like one of my biggest missions in life is just to help another person feel empowered or feel loved and feel that they have self-worth. So for me, like I've chosen a lot, I've been very fortunate to choose in the vertical space, roles that have had more of a women empowerment. And that is something that I really deeply care about. I really care about the individuals out there. And so I want to be able to show up and shine some light in that. whether that be that my character like helps them like be stronger or stand up for themselves or say something or like give themselves grace and just understand that they really matter. Like a lot of people don't think that they matter, and I didn't think I mattered until like actually truly like a few years ago I finally started to be like, wow, I'm seeing that I don't highly value myself or I don't feel like I'm worthy. And I didn't ever think that that was a thing or a problem. Like I didn't ever even like see that. And then I started other things in my life started to happen and I really started to understand self-worth. And that's been a huge mission for me to just like allow, share, or help people really understand that they matter so much. And I just want them to feel that.
I feel that more than you know. Um, but again, recently I'm trying to find more self-worth than what you think you have.
Yeah.
Um, and it's important. Even if it's like just something, even if you like, I find that if you make a small goal every day that you know that's achievable, then the day isn't going to end negative because you've achieved that one small thing and that
Yeah,
helps you. Yeah.
totally. My biggest thing for a daily is gratitude.
Yeah.
Gratitude, it does so much. For me at least, I know it can help others, but I mean for I'm just speaking for myself,
Yeah.
having like writing down 10 things of gratitude every day is a must for me. And I have noticed when I don't, then I really like I get down. I get down on myself. And it's like writing these down just allow me to stay in that and just and be like, no, so many great things happened today. But if you're just hustle and bustling and you're not really like paying attention to those things, no matter how small, then you know the day can just kind of get away from you and you might not feel like anything was worthy that day and it's just, you know, it's just kind of a like a depressing day or whatever it may be.
Mm.
But I've noticed that really putting some time into gratitude, and you don't have to write it down. Like if you don't feel like you have the time, although it really helps, you can just say it out loud or just like make sure you take a moment to do that. Um, and then also, what partners well for me with gratitude is accomplishment. So, and it can literally be like, uh, I was about to say something different. It can literally be like I didn't check my phone first thing in the morning. Like that's an
Hmm.
accomplishment. You know what I mean? It just something that you're acknowledging, like or like for me, I've been on a I hate saying this, but I've been like way too frequent to Starbucks recently, and I know that's not good. But like I've like if I don't drive there or walk there, like at the end of the day, I'm like, I acknowledge that I stood up for myself and I did not go to Starbucks or something, you know, but it's like, but
Yeah.
unless you take the time to like really check in with yourself and be like, oh my God, I didn't do that. Oh,
Mm.
or I did do that.
Yeah.
Like I acknowledge that I did that and that's an accomplishment. Or like maybe I read my book today, even if it was like
Mm.
2 pages, but I haven't picked my damn book up for a while. You know, it's like
Yeah.
just finding the little things and really saying like good job to yourself.
Absolutely. Mine
Yeah.
is giving myself time. Mine's
Mm.
allowing myself time because I've done like, let's go back to last month. I did 16 interviews last month. And as much as I love it, it's time consuming. The research, the interview, the editing. I'm a
Totally.
single mum too, so I've got two children. I study part-time in business, so I've got a like busy lifestyle. And
Girl.
sometimes, thank you, sometimes I feel like I have to meet an obligation to get things done on the time limit in my head. But I'm
Mm.
like, no, I don't. I can allow myself that little bit of time. It's okay if that interview isn't quite out in the time frame that I'd set in my head, things like that. So it's allowing myself the time has been a big thing for me. Um,
Yeah. It's
and
what
then,
I'm hearing too is like giving yourself grace. I
yeah,
was hearing, and also like it doesn't, oh, it's not, you're creating your life, right?
Mhm.
It doesn't have to be one thing or the other.
Yeah.
Allow it to surprise you. And I think a big thing is first and foremost balance. So
Yes.
in your life, like finding that balance, and once you find that, then you can see what time goes to which task.
Yes.
But
Yep.
you're doing so much, Kathy. You're doing
Thank
so
you.
much. And you're
Sometimes it
doing
feels like that.
You are, but you're doing an amazing job, and allow yourself to really be proud of yourself, because I'm very proud of you. I think that's
Thank
wonderful. And you just started like even knowing what verticals were like last year, and look at how much you've been thrown into the mix of everything. That's so
I love it
wonderful.
though. Yeah, I love it.
Well,
So,
yes, and I love that. I love that you're choosing to do things that are aligning with your passion and like what lights you up.
yes.
Make sure you have that balance in your life, because you show up first for your son or daughter.
Both. I got two kids. I got a
Oh,
10-year-old girl
you
and a
you show
boy,
up for your
6-year-old boy.
children.
Yeah.
That's huge. Like you show up for so many people. So definitely doing the things that you love and allowing yourself to just chill when you can. That's where when you'll be able to bring the right energy to the things that you feel you have to have done,
Yes. Yes.
you
And
know?
like I've always managed to every single day set some time aside for the kids to play games with them and do no matter how busy I am, I'm like, nope, you get, I mean, it's hard. Kids love the reality of being able to spend time with their mum all the time, but it doesn't always work like that. We've got things to do. So, set time aside. And then when I do that, that's reflecting on their day. So I'm like, what happened to you that was positive today? So that way they're going, but the time is positive, not
Mm,
in a
yeah.
negative space. And yeah, so that's important to me, that time.
No, that's really beautiful. And I love that you asked them that, because then it really builds a muscle for them to look for the positive in their day, because they know mom's
Yeah.
going to ask about what was really
Hmm.
great that day. So I love that. That brings great awareness to positive parts of their life. That's really sweet.
Yes. Yes. Okay, I've got a few more questions left. What's your funniest moment on set?
Oh my God. My funniest moment on set. Ugh, I don't know. I feel like I've just had so many great things. I
Mhm.
can't, it's really hard to pinpoint one. Um, I just recently, my most recent one that's not out yet. We were filming, and one guy, I was getting married, and my like ex comes back during the wedding, and just this guy's performance was amazing. And just the
Mhm.
way he kept, even though I'm pretty sure it was done, like he was out of frame, no one, like it was done, he just kept going. And I just loved how, like, he went so full throttle. And at the end of it, everyone was just busting up laughing. So just the fact that, like, I just love that he was just putting on this performance basically for just
Mhm.
like those on set, and he thought he was really doing it for the camera, but because he's not aware of what the shot was or how much he was involved, it was just absolutely wild. So it was just so much fun to like laugh with everybody. Where we're just like, this guy's like insane. Like he's awesome, but he is insane. It was super.
Those moments are so important, especially if nobody
Yeah,
sees them. You guys do, and you can take that away
right.
with you.
Totally, totally. Yeah. It
Yeah,
was very
I
fun.
love that. All right, what does a good day on set look like for you?
A good day on set. Oh my God. Well, I'm obsessed with balance. So
Mhm.
a great day on set is everyone feeling at ease.
Yeah.
Us like being very efficient, but having ease. So like really being able to sit in the chair and get makeup on or whatever and have time to look over your sides, and then everyone just being on point, and everyone knowing their shot list, like every department really being on top of their day, and feeling not pressure. So I feel like just having an ease of a day where everyone's working just efficiently, that to me just makes a day just absolutely beautiful. And then also if you can wrap early.
Yeah. No more overtime.
No. No, sometimes it's not worth it. Like sometimes
Yeah.
it's not worth it. Yeah.
And like if you go too much overtime and everybody's tired, the performance isn't going to be there anyway.
Oh, me and my co-star when we went on these 14 hours multiple times, we literally got sick. Like we were
Mm,
both literally sick. And like I would whenever he would maybe I had a later start or something, I'd be like, "Hey, what do you need?" And I'd go to CVS and I'd get him like a care basket, and it's like we were just doing these things for each other, or like he would provide soup, or like something would
yeah.
happen because we were just like in the trenches together, and we were just like,
Yeah.
are they not seeing this? Like, I mean, I
Hmm.
guess they don't care. Like, and the
Mm,
individuals care, but like the top people who aren't really there, they don't, what do they just want the project done, right?
yeah. But I'm glad you've got that support from somebody with you,
Mhm,
to
mhm,
get through it.
totally. I've had amazing co-stars. I've been
Mm.
so unbelievably grateful.
No, that's really good. It's really good.
Hmm.
All right, I've got one more question. If you could go back and relive a single day in your career, which day would you pick?
Oh my God. A single day in my career. Hmm. Gosh, I'm just like, oh my God, I love this question. Uh, oh, okay. Mm, there's so many. Okay. But one that I'm like, there's so many because now I'm thinking, so I'm like
Mm.
running through it all. But would it be? God, I'm like going back and forth. Okay, well, I'm gonna land on one. I was on the show Two and a Half Men,
Hmm.
and they record with a live studio audience. And me and my dad watched Two and a Half Men like all the time because it was on for so many years.
Hmm.
And uh, I just remember the live taping night, and my mom and dad got to come, and I like had them in the audience, and I was just a part of everything on stage. And that to me, I would love to relive that day because I felt so proud of myself, and I felt like, oh my gosh, my parents get to see what I do and, get a little bit more of an understanding. So
Yeah.
I feel like that's a good one to mention.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure you'll get the opportunity to do that again.
Yes, yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to have this interview with me today. I really appreciate it.
Oh my God, thank you for asking and reaching out. My pleasure.
No problem at all. Well, you enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll talk to you again soon.
All right, thank you. You
Thank
too.
you.